And here is Johnson. Claxton sets the screen for Melton. And it's off from three-point range. And so it's Jones. He'll bring it up for Chicago. Looking ahead, they've got the Jazz coming into town for the next game. That game will be a quick pit stop before hitting the road again. Bulls have yet to miss from the free throw line. They're 3 for 3.
Yeah, and 79% from the line as a team a season ago. Pretty reliable in that regard.
Brooklyn making some changes. Sharp comes in for Nicholas Claxton. And it's Johnson in for DeAnthony Melton. Then for the Bulls, Jalen Smith, he's checked in for Collins. And it's Williams in for Buzelis. Nets leading by 21. Johnson finds Johnson. And here's MP for 3. Chicago grabs the miss. It's Jones on the wing. He's guarded by Johnson. Smith with a screen on Johnson. A three-pointer is right on target. Giddey's got 8 points here in this quarter.
Well, that's his second 3 of the game. 1 in the first half, 1 here.
Pass to Watford, inside. And the layup is good after a nice lead pass. And the Nets lead by 20.
And with the lead, I like the strategy here. Continue to get the ball to guys who can do something with it.
One thing we've learned in the NBA, the game is never over. So you've got to continue to score, continue to build your lead. Well, offensively, this guy has been cooking. They're definitely not losing because of him.
Here's Johnson. Scored the bucket. He's made 5 so far, shooting a very clean 5 of 7.
Well, MP might be young, but looking like a veteran with that read and setup.
Smith sets the pick for Giddey. Off on the layup. Brooklyn leading by 20. Pass to Watford. Nice ball movement by Brooklyn. And here's MP for 3. Chicago's gone 1 of 2 from beyond the arc since coming out of the break. To the middle. And Smith with the stuff.
Oh, my goodness. Off his feet in a hurry. You love to see Jalen Smith play with aggression in the paint.
The Nets shooting 51% from the field. They'll take that. Now Sharp. Good, and the assist goes to MP.
And they've had assists now in their last 3 baskets.
Bulls trail by 20. Now here's Herter. 15 seconds left in the third. Clock at 6. Launches it. He can't get that one. Cam Thomas getting it done for the Nets. And of everything he's doing well, it's his scoring that you point to first. And a chance right now to show you our State Farm assist of the game.
Just true artistry right there. I mean, great decision on where to go with the ball, and how about the perfect delivery?
We call that putting it right in the pocket, and he knew what to do with it once it was there.
And there have been 2 very different performances from these teams today as we get going in quarter number 4. We've got Johnson, Watford out there with Sharp. Then it's MP, and it's Wilson in at the small forward. So that's the lineup for Brooklyn. And out of bounds as Brooklyn gains possession. Chicago making a switch here. Carter's checked in.
Number 5, Jevon Carter.
Brooklyn leading by 20. Pass to MP. Kicks it out to Wilson. And here's Johnson outside. Drains the three-pointer. Johnson's got the first points up on the board here in the 4th for the Nets. Jones against MP. And the basket by Jones.
You can't just stop when there's a pick set up. Gotta fight over it as a defender.
You know exactly what that takes. It takes energy, it takes activity, it takes intensity.
Carter against Johnson. Rebound by Smith.
And it didn't fall, but that's the kind of shot they want their offense to create.
You know, it can be frustrating when you make the right play and fail to reap the rewards. You just have to stay with it here.
It's stolen by Johnson. And now here's Johnson, a fast break chance. And that one, good.
Assists like that have typified their effort today. Terrific ball movement.
Jones against MP. Nifty move. It's tipped. Outside Wilson. Top of the key, Watford. And here's MP for three. Carter pulls it in. And so it's Carter who brings the ball up for the Bulls. Jones with it. To the paint. And it's Carter missing. Nets leading by 23. Here's Johnson. Chicago grabs the miss. And it's ball in the corner. And the Bulls get it back.
You know what, though? Sometimes you can be too open. I think it may have surprised him, and that's why he missed.
Johnson against Carter. Here's Wilson. Good, and it's Johnson with the assist that time. Johnson's got assist number 5 here tonight.
And those aren't the type of three-point opportunities that you can allow in the NBA.
Chicago calls timeout. Doris, why is there so much parity around the NBA now?
Yeah, Kevin, I think the new salary cap rules have certainly contributed to what we're seeing in terms of that parity. Super teams are more difficult to assemble. The talent is more evenly spread. And obviously, it has made for a greater level of competition. What could be better?
Here's what Brooklyn's going with right now. Martin comes in for Trendon Watford. And it's Cameron Thomas in for Johnson. Jones against MP. Scores the bucket. He's 7 for 11 and continues to look good.
The desire to win, it fuels MP. He doesn't let anything get in his way.
There's Ball with the 3. Wilson grabs the board. Brooklyn's gone 2 of 3 in the fourth quarter from long range. Good shooting so far. And a beautiful feed leads to a monster jam.
Boy, you have to be impressed with the offensive production. They have got it firing on all cylinders.
And at this point, it is their game to lose. They've done such a good job building the lead.
Bulls have gone just 33% from the field in the fourth quarter so far. They are 2 of 6. Herder against Martin. Gets it to fall. The bucket from Herder.
Smith.
For Brooklyn, they've gone 5 of 8 shooting as we've come down the home stretch in this final quarter. Pass to MP. 13 feet away. Will not go. This is off the front iron. Chicago's gotten off to an 0 for 2 start from downtown here in the fourth quarter. Ball no good. And for Brooklyn, their shooting in the fourth quarter has been efficient at 56%. And here's Sharp, covered by Smith. Outside, Martin. Drills it from outside.
Heavy incoming from beyond the arc, a key part of their initiative this entire fourth quarter.
It feels like they have worked their perimeter game to perfection, swinging the ball, cashing in from the outside. What a performance.
The real. Come at us, and we're coming right back at you.
And you would expect nothing less from these two, taking pride and making plays.
Pass to MP. Score the basket, his 8th. 8 for 13 from the floor.
Well, this is what you're trying to do. Put the game away.
And he hasn't forced much tonight. I love the efficiency he's giving to them.
Ball against Wilson. Ball to pass to Jones. No points on that miss. Puts him at 7 for 13 from the floor.
It's a +5 advantage for them in rebounding after that one.
Cam Thomas is rolling. He's attacking at will. Somebody better shut the water off.
Bulls are gone, 4 of 10 here in the final period. Not the time to go cold. MP against Jones. He can't get that one to fall. Good work defensively by Martin.
Turnovers weren't a story for him early on, but that's changed. And now they're definitely having trouble keeping possession and momentum. Yeah, really good defensive play to cut him off there and square up.
Johnson, he's checked in for Brooklyn. And the Bulls will go for a different look here. Collins checked in for Jalen Smith. Buzelis comes in for Kevin Huerter. Ayo Dosunmu is checked in for Ball. And Josh Giddey's subbed in for Trey Jones. Here's Johnson. And then Johnson with the dunk.
Yeah, nice, strong finish on the inside.
But Greg, that's what he does. He's got the dunker mentality. Chicago has gone into a funk from downtown in the fourth. Only one of their 5 3-pointers has found the bottom of the bucket. Brooklyn's gone 3 of 4 from downtown here in the fourth. Outside Wilson. Johnson surveying the floor. Sharp with this screen on White. Johnson, a wide open look. Gets it to go from beyond the arc. Johnson's got 10 points in just the second half. Guys, they're looking for a way to score here.
Yeah, they've had a tough time taking the lid off.
Last 2 minutes to
Pass to White.
fourth quarter.
Here's Giddey. Just 5 to shoot. To halt the run, the rebound by Sharp. Sharp's got his 7th rebound of the game with that last one. Johnson, the pass to Sharp. Back to Johnson. And here's Martin. Here's Johnson. Sharp with a screen on Giddey. Johnson can't hit. Into the Bulls, shooting in this fourth quarter, pretty dire at 27%.
And as we head to the final buzzer here, a crushing blowout, big-time dominance, and this will go in the record books as a gaudy win for the Nets.
And this was one that never really was in doubt, I thought, an all-around dominant performance. And you kind of thought that maybe even going into the game.
Yeah, there was a sense of that, and man, they just pretty much blew them right out of the water. A clinic was put on display here today.
And so with this win, they'll move to 6 victories on the season.
And this is a great way for them to kick off this season series. 2 more games ahead, and they've taken the mental advantage with this win tonight.
The one player that really stands out, of course, in this one, it was a dazzling game for Johnson.
I think it would be impossible to overstate the influence he had on this basketball game. He was the centerpiece of what they did on the offensive end and the anchor of their defense. That's as complete a performance as we've seen.
They made the most of their opportunities, looking comfortable and locked in throughout the night.
What an impressive performance, to say the least. At this point, it looks insurmountable.
And Giddey gets it to go.
Well, Giddey loves to finish strong inside, and he knows how to take advantage of his size.
Just 2 seconds between shot clock and game clock. And a wide open look for MP. No good from outside. Got the defender off his feet with the pump fake, but couldn't knock it down. Pass to Collins. On the wing, Dosunmu. It's White on the wing. And so it's Brooklyn easily grabbing this one. This game may not have been the most exciting we've ever seen, but you have to appreciate just what a clinical performance they put on.
I know their fans appreciated it, and we saw at times just stretches of excellent defense, potency from an offensive standpoint as well. They were pretty much dominant.
And that'll wrap it up, folks. For Greg Anthony, Doris Burke, and David Aldridge, this is Kevin Harlan saying thanks for watching. See you later.